Today I'm going to be talking about the Bearing WoolyBumblebee spat. This your boy Pat. Let me talk to y'all. Alright, what it do, y'all? This your boy Pat coming at y'all once again. And today's February 17th, 2017. And I want to talk about the recent Bearing WoolyBumblebee spat that happened basically yesterday. And from what I've seen about the whole situation, it basically goes like this. Alright, so on February 3rd, Barron uploaded a video where he trolled Steve Shives by sending him an email pretending to be this trans non-binary attack helicopter, whatever the fuck they call themselves these days. And he just basically gave me an email, talking about like, oh, he was, this, that, and everything. Like, he was attacked by people from the anti-feminist community. They beat him, they spat on him, and all this whoop whoop and stuff like that. And being the virtue signaling, listen and believe narrative following asshole that Steve Shive is. That don't do his research, that just basically see stories like this, and he see it as a reason to bash the anti-feminist SJW community, and, to basically further push his narrative to make himself look good. Steve Shives rolled with it. And so Barron basically made a video like, ha ha ha, trolls you and all this right here. Not only did he basically point out Steve Shives, listen and believe, false narrative and all that shit right there. He also got Steve to say, I love me some chicks with dicks. And that was also another one of the points right there, But, and a lot of people found that really motherfucking funny. I know I did right here, but not everybody was on that, this is funny train. Because on February 9th, the WoolyBumblebee uploaded a video basically, criticizing Bearing and anybody, who laughed about that, about Steve Shives getting trolled and things like that, basically calling Bearing a dick and calling anybody who laughed at it, oh, you're like 5-year-olds laughing at a fart joke and all that whoop whoop and stuff like that. Basically like I said, just bash the shit out of Bearing for what he did. Which, that caused Barron yesterday to make a video explaining the reason why he did what he did and all that right there. And plus, showing like documentary footage of like WoolyBumblebee's like, change of heart, saying in these past few months and things like that. It's like 1 second, she was like, on like the anti-feminist SJW side, and then months later and all this right here, now she's like on the other side, it's like, I'll get to that point right there later on after I basically, explain this whole situation. But it's like, like I said, Barron made a video basically, explaining, like his whole situation of why he did what he did towards Steve Shive. And also, like I said, calling out Wooly for like her hypocrisy and shit like that, excuse me right there. So Wooly quickly made a video. Also, he made a like, damn, what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, he made like a comment, talking about the whole like Wooly situation with the MRM and the men's center, that shit like that never got open, and a lot of people saying they never got their money back. So Wooly made a video basically explaining her part about that whole situation. And like I said, that's been an issue for like the umpteenth time, which myself personally, I'm not gonna touch that shit with a 39.5-foot pole, because to me it's a very difficult, topic and things like that. I've heard Wooly's side from it, I've heard everybody else's side from it, things like that. And me, I just say, I'm not even fuck with that. My name is Pat and ain't in that. So that's the whole situation right there. It's like, Barron made this video trolling Steve Shives. Wooly said, oh, you're horrible for doing that. Barron made a response saying, oh, this is the reason why I did that and everything. And, and you're just a hypocrite from what from your video and all this right there. And, Wooly just came back. So basically it's become like a, a pissing contest of people, trying to get the last word in and shit and all that right there. But here's my whole really take on things like that. Like when it comes to the whole Bearing, trolling Steve Shives, all that right there, it's like, is it really kind of fucked up what he did? Yes, somewhat, like I said, because he used a situation that could possibly happen. Excuse my phone right there. Shit, shut up. He used a situation that could possibly happen, but the reason why he did it was to point out Steve Shives' listen and believe, propaganda spewing, attitude and all that right there, which he basically did, because that's how Steve Shives is. Anytime Steve Shives and anybody who thinks like him, like the Christy Winners, the Christiosity, the Kevin Logans, the Michael Rowlands, and all them motherfuckers right there, who would take shit like this, whether it's true or not, and they will use it to fucking, further, push their fucking narrative and their beliefs and all that right there. He exposed that. And like I said, he got Steve to say, I like me some chicks with dicks. That's what the funny part was right there. That was the second goal. So Wooly, basically, and I'm going to tell you right here, in my opinion, Wooly has become like sort of a black sheep as of lately. Like, it's like she's not on either side. It's basically like she'll look at the whole situation and she'll just look at, like I'm saying, oh, well, this person right here is, really like not proving that point. So I'm going to bash them and things like that. Then she'll look at the other side where like in another situation where like, oh, well, these people are not proving that point. So I'm going to kind of like bash them and, and insult them and all that whoop whoop. It's like she doesn't pick a side. She just basically, anybody she sees, who she can really like, bash and get her little insults on and things like that, she'll go and run with. And this is really kind of like fucked up my opinion of Willie and things like that, because like when I really got started into this, like in last year and stuff like that, when I got into the whole fight against feminists and SJWs and all these crazy ass radical ideology motherfuckers, Willie was one of the people who I watched and all this right here. When she had her Fun with Feminists series going on and things like that, which she has privated, by the way, and that's another thing that really trips me out right there. Like Willie, also in that video where you was bashing Bearing and all that right there, you sit up here and you gave the old story of like how your content is going to be from now on, talking about, oh, I'm not going to be making these fun with feminist things right there because, a person emailed me and talking about, oh, my life has been terrible ever since you made that video about me and all this whoop whoop and stuff like that. And then you sit up here and you said something like, and that really got to me, and I don't want to be that person no more, that person who sits up here and puts another person down and things like that for enjoyment and all that whoop whoop and stuff like that. I'm not going to be that person for me anymore. And that really got under my skin because honestly, when you look at these situations that in these videos that you've been making as of lately, like I said, this video against Barron, this video against Sargon of Akkad and stuff like that, you still are that same person, Wooly. The only difference is you're not doing that shit towards feminists anymore. Now you're doing it towards anti-feminists, anti-SJWs and shit like that, And if you do see something on like on other people's side, things like that, like the SJWs, the BLMs and stuff like that, you might say something, but now it's mainly like your focus has been, on the anti-feminist SJW side now, basically bashing them, calling them wrong, calling them idiots and morons and all that shit right there. I've kind of seen that pattern right there. And this is wild because, I respect you for your opinions and how you'll actually, defend, your opinions and all that right there. But I'm kind of like with Barron right there, it's like lately, as the months have passed by and things like that, you have become, quite a hypocrite, which, when it's all said and done, it's like, we're all hypocrites and all this right here. But, it's like, but the way that you basically, deal with the whole Barron thing right there, yeah, to me, in my opinion, it is quite hypocritical of you, because it's like you used to do the same damn thing. Now you're sitting up here and you're criticizing Barron for what he did towards Steve Shives and talking about, oh, you're wrong. Oh, you're like a 5-year-old child and things like that and all this right here. I'm like, really? And then, like I told you, saying like, oh, you're going to change, your content and things like that because you don't want to be that person anymore. Like I said, Willie, you still are that person. The only difference is you're not that person towards feminism anymore. I don't know. Maybe it's because, like, when you look at the oppression Olympics, feminism has basically went down. Because if you look at the ranks right now, let's see what you got: Muslims on top, you got the LGBT community, you got Black Lives Matter, then you have feminism. Feminism is way down there. It's not hardly a big topic anymore. So I think that's one of the reasons why you really don't like go at it and mess with it anymore, because it's not really a big ass deal. But I don't know. But like I said, but the whole entire situation, basically, when it comes down to this, and I'm gonna end this babbling ass rambling I've been doing, is like, you know, I understand why Barron did what he did and things like that. You know, he wanted to call out Steve Shives for his hypocrisy and shit like that. And if there's anything that Steve Shives can take from the whole Barron trolling thing, it's basically this. You know, there are two rules in life, man. It's like, number one, believe half what you see and none of what you hear. And two, if it sounds too good to be true, 9 times out of 10 it is. So Steve, basically you should take, I'm saying, that video that you did right there and things like that, and you know, look at it and learn about this stuff. Like when you're trying to virtue signal, when you're trying to, I'm saying, you know, push your narrative and shit like that, make sure you come with facts and logic and not motherfucking bullshit like this where, you know, if you know, just because, like I said, you know, it's something that you agree with, and learn how to speak from things in a hypothetical situation. Stop taking people's words for it because you don't know if they're true or not. And when you take false information and you try to sling it out there like it's the motherfucking truth, you only hurt your goddamn self. And to Willie, it's just like, you know, it's like, you know, I still got some more respect for you because, like I told you, like I say, you know, when it comes to like, when it comes to like debating opinions and all this right here and that and everything, you will actually do that. You're not like some of these people, you know, like when they're confronted and things like that with difference of opinions, you don't go run into your safe spaces and echo chambers and shit like that. You will actually sit down and have an actual debate. But my thing with both of y'all is, like I'm saying, you know, this back and forth making videos about each other, you know, like basically trying to get the last word, having a pissing contest is really beneath y'all because y'all are the two people who will mainly, you know, go and, have a debate or have a talk and things like that and will actually talk it out, you know, like this, you know, like, oh, well, you know, oh, this video, I'm finna make this video bashing her and stuff like that. Oh, he made a video bashing me, so I'm finna make a video bashing him. That's not like you two, in my opinion, at least. So I'm just saying, it's like, if y'all ever can get the chance, man, it's like, you know, if this stuff hasn't ceased or whatever and it keeps going on, y'all just need to basically get together, debate y'all opinions, like on a live stream, you know, whether online or offline, and basically, you know, get that shit out there. Because right now, it's like, this really is not the Barron and WoolyBumblebee I know. But that's just my opinion right there. Let me know what y'all think about the whole thing right there, you know. Anyway, like I said, like I told you, this has been a long ass babbling rant right here from your boy Pat, man. I'm sorry for doing that right there, but you know how I am when I get into these situations right here. But anyway, like I said, you know, peace. And I'm out.
And by your own screams, that's when you swore you never meant to hurt me or insult any part of me. It's beyond too late, but continue with the screaming, the pleading, the begging, the forgive my ass bullshit. It won't stop me from making you watch your own dick rip. Sick bitch, narcissist, I do this to feel nice. Kiss this just a bit, pretend that I'm your wife. You pathetic, sorry idiot, you thought you were the one. You're here for sexual, bloody, homicidal fucking fun. How many times will I really have to sever till I find Mr. Right, my dead husband forever? I'll never stop, I'll never get tired of doing it. Bring your body and your life to me, I'll fucking ruin it. Narcissistic, very vicious, degrading the world. Murder isn't fictitious when you fuck with this girl. Man up, crawl aside my web. Hands up, die upon my bed. Narcissistic, very vicious, degrading the world. Murder isn't fictitious when you fuck with this girl. Man up, crawl aside my web. Hands up, die upon my bed.